like your parents were. You are the secret force of the movement.
They're moving real fast, they're the only one who can get there on time. They're never too far behind, they're always fighting crime. Undercover or facing adventure in the danger zone. Pretty soon they'll be off on a mission. Come and watch them go. Bright doesn't shine with the highest and show. Bright doesn't shine when they back on the road. Bright doesn't shine to say that I can watch them go.
All right, I don't know. Okay, I have no clue if this is working, but hopefully we are on the air.
John E. Burnett, greetings. Some idiot, I mean nice person, allowed us to take over the broadcast tonight, and thankfully, he's nowhere to be found.
Mic check. Anybody? Are we on the air? Is there sound? Oh,
Whoa,
wait.
whoa, whoa, who was that?
Wait. T.A. Caskey just said off to a good start with no sound. So I got some people saying we have sound, and some people saying we don't have sound.
Acid Rain says the lackeys are on? Whoa, come on.
Well, that's better. That's better than Scabs. Oh wait, Chuck. Someone is already giving us some
$5.
encouragement. What does our friend Henri have to say?
Yeah, 2024 RMP Showdown's 20th anniversary event begins September 13th through the 15th. Mark it down at the new Greenwood Village location.
Thank you.
Thank you, Henri.
Henri just bought an ad. So Todd, we're apparently selling ad space. So there we go. We're making money already.
Stringer Films.
Tell them to send $1.
Stringer Films, you cannot ask if there's going to be nudity tonight without offering up a couple of bucks. All right? That's all I got to say.
Yeah, that's right. And I cannot see the chat.
Can they hear me?
They can hear you.
Todd, by the way, I was going to tell everyone that
Tell them I have my pants down at my ankles.
Todd has his Todd is watching, as you can
and
see
he
from
may
the
be on
chat.
the telephone. I don't know if you can hear, but he said he tonight is the person with his pants sitting in his basement with his pants down at his ankles, watching Chuck and me live on YouTube.
Turn my volume up.
Yes.
Simply hit the button on the phone.
Yes.
All right, so Todd, we're going to give you a minute just to say a quick hello, and then we're gonna hang up on you. Go ahead. You're up. Your volume is up. Go ahead.
All hear me?
I hope so. Can
You-
everybody
you're
hear
gonna have to
Todd?
Scream. I don't know. The volume is maxed. Can anybody hear Todd?
I am
He is very low.
recovering beautifully. There's no pain.
He's recovering beautifully. There's no pain.
I had all 8 teeth taken out.
Chuck, you
8
signed this.
teeth?
He had 8 teeth removed.
There was actually 2 bridges, so it looked like 10 teeth.
Wow.
It looked like 10 teeth. Todd, by the way, used to play Freddie Mercury at the local playhouse.
And they put studs in my mouth.
They put studs in Todd's mouth, which is not the last or first or last time he'll have studs in his mouth.
Now, I won't have muscle speed there. But anyway, I have plenty of going too. My goodness. We
Yes.
got a lot of viewers tonight. I get my real teeth tomorrow, so there is a chance tomorrow afternoon we will go live.
Whoa.
They say the teeth process to install is 30 minutes.
Or less.
But
Otherwise,
I
they're
have
free.
a hard time talking now.
It's
because
$3
of
off.
the bottom teeth. I'm also co-hosting Tammy's show.
Nice. All right, well, good. All right, Todd, I think everyone heard you, and we have a $2 super chat, by the way, from Stringer Films. He needs to see. I can't even read it. He needs to see a little bit of
Skin before he grabs his bankroll.
Actually, you can share. We only have 49 watching. If you want to share my pictures on Facebook
Oh my goodness! All right, so-
later in your broadcast,
That's
it's
four-
only 49.
That's 48 more than I thought we'd have.
okay. All right, yeah, we'll show.
Arcade Hoarder is here, and Nick L. and Ken G. and Ryan 613. Lenny is here. Stone Commander from New York. Oh, it looks like our friend says the abominable snow beast from Rudolph the Reindeer when they pulled his teeth out. That could be. And Lenny's right. I could be called Mumbles.
We like it. We like it. So, Todd, why don't we do this? And you can wish us luck after we disconnect. But why don't we end this call? Chuck and I will get started, and hopefully it works. And we'll entertain everybody for a little while. And we will show your Facebook.
Remember to show the Facebook stuff.
I'll tell you what.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Any last words, Todd?
Well, no, we may try to go tomorrow if I end up going in.
All right.
Good.
Sleep well, my friend.
Tony Darkstar says go take a nap.
Thank you, Tony. That's Tony Polio, guys. Thanks. Alrighty.
Bye, Todd.
All right. Goodbye, young man. All right. I'm going to end that call. All right. Well, here we are, everybody. I think actually got a much better Todd update than I anticipated. I heard he was a great patient today. He got home midday. He's been resting. His level of loopiness has really been decreasing throughout the day, and I think he's onto something here. He's going to be eating, whole food in no time, 6-8 months. Exactly, correct. Max.
Matt, looking at the chat, Matt Mueller is asking how much of the new teeth is that with tax and freight? It's not with tax and freight, but it does include the installation charges.
There you go, yeah.
And it's tens of thousands of dollars.
So everybody may want to click that $ at the end of the chat column to help ensure that those teeth are properly funded. We may have to sell the camera in order to fund this endeavor. So Stringer Films wants to know, what time are you guys selling stuff? So Stringer, that's a really good point, and I saw that Lenny pointed out that behind me, you may notice that our background is a little different tonight. And that is because as part of Todd being out of here, you'll notice that we decided to make a few changes. And so the shelves with all the stuff that you would normally see are no longer here. We're up against the plywood, real plywood paneling. And probably in the next week or so, when we go live again, you're going to see a lot of new pinball machines back here, because this is part of the transition of Todd's studio. It will be showtime. And by the way, we have another super chat from Stringer Films, $2. Time to get the secret lowest offer sale going. I like it. Stringer, give us a call after the show, and we may be on to something there. You got the secret code. That will be it. To answer Tony Darkstar's question, where did Phil's shelf go? Phil's shelf is in a box and a half, Tony. It's actually in the back currently. At some point, we're going to bring up the OBS, and you can kind of see where we've moved a few things. The films have gotten over to the shelves. Michelle's got an amazing shipping area ongoing, and I would be remiss if I didn't say that we could not have done this with all the great work that Michelle did. She was working really hard. Walt was supervising. We'll go find Walt later. Yep, she and Walt did an unbelievable job, and we're going to have What's Up with Walt for everybody a little bit later. You'll get to hear some of the great work they did today. So as part of the process, what we're thinking is that the paneling behind us is probably going to be a light color. Todd suggested white. We're thinking maybe a light gray would be better. You can see the gray carpeting behind us. But eventually, you're going to see a bunch of new pinball machines behind us. Every time we go live, you'll see, hopefully, the latest and greatest pinball machines. Speaking of which, Wink was just here from Automated, and I can't thank Wink enough for all the hard work that he does. But there were a couple of things in that shipment, and if I recall correctly, wasn't there a movie pin in that shipment? Oh, I heard there may be. Michelle, was there a movie pin in that shipment? Yes, there was. What movie was that? Space Shuttle. No. That's a great game. What? Not Space Shuttle. Yeah, Space Shuttle is one of my favorite movies, but no. Jackpot. Barry O made Space Shuttle. As Todd points out in the chat, Aliens is here. Yes, it's not Foo Fighters. Yes, we have not had a chance to unbox it yet, but we will, probably in the next few days. And not only will you get to see it behind us, and not only will you get to play it if you come in, but it will be for sale
because Mike at Automated is carrying the Aliens pinball machines.
A brand new wide body space adventure, by the way. It's been a while since we've had a wide body game.
Absolutely. And Todd says, remember to introduce Wink from Automated. Todd, Wink is over either in the warehouse or on his way back to Automated. Kurt and he were in the back kind of unloading a few things into the warehouse, but if Wink comes through, we'll definitely get there. Stringer Films, thank you for the $2. Just paint it chroma key green. You know, that's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
That would go well with Foo Fighters LE, or if we had Attack from Mars LE, or TMNT LE. Some of the green powder coated games would look great with that.
Ryan613 points out, if you paint that wall white, you will see all the stains when you install the black lights. No, Ryan, that is not, I was going to say it's not the wall. You might be right. It's definitely the couch. This baby right here, oh, if it could talk, it has some great stories.
Don't talk about Phil's bed that way.
Ah, goodness.
He won't appreciate that. But yeah, so anyway, big shipment. We have Aliens Pinball, and the fact that this will be available not only for play, but for sale as well is going to be a lot of fun for everybody. And wait to see the light show on that game if you haven't already.
So Acid Rain asks, will Todd's teeth be in the next best offer sale? So we had this conversation before Todd went into his surgery, and I asked him that very question, and he said, what do you think? I'm stupid? Do you think I'm going to sell my teeth? And I pointed out that Todd tried to sell an artificial leg as part of the best offer sale. So I can't promise you that Todd's teeth or any other body part is going to be for sale in the next best offer sale, but you need to tune in to see, because you just never know.
That's the absolute. And by the way, I have not seen Jason Morgan or PCB Junkie in the chat, but supposedly they said they could repurpose those teeth for some legs on some of the ROMs and the boards that they frequently buy to repair. So we'll see.
Now, Stringer Films points out, then you could go from playing pinball on the moon to Bangkok with just the click of a button. Sorry, I misread that. My glasses must be dirty. I'm sorry, Stringer. I didn't mean to do that.
Glasses and language are both dirty.
Mark Mueller asks, will Todd's teeth be on the wall at Daddy Pops? Good question. I think Anna is probably going to say no to that, but maybe we can get her to do it.
We should just take one and stick it in a booth cushion.
We should take one and say we found it in our food, and maybe we can get a free, reduced price meal at Daddy Pops, because we're not getting it for free.
That's not a bad idea. Imagine getting French toast for under $29.99.
Todd points out in the chat that the dentist would not give me the teeth. They said they were hazardous. You know, it's funny, Todd, your wife said the same thing, strangely enough.
Maybe she
oh, goodness.
But that's very interesting anyway, to say the least.
And T.A. Kasky, I appreciate that. He said, I'll let that one slide, 0 on the potty mouth counter.
I like that.
Just for that, T.A., I will not sing tonight. How's that?
Whoa, okay.
So there's a lot going on here at TNT, as you can see. All the changes behind us. We're probably 2/3 of the way there. When we go to the OBS, you'll see there is stuff literally everywhere in this back room. But the goal here is really to make this into a bit of a showroom for all the new in-box pins or new out-of-box pins. I think when we get finished with this, it's going to be freaking awesome. And for those of you who have been here before, it'll be another great reason to be here. Lots of new pins. We're going to put a jukebox in the corner. The couch is going to stay here. Big Buck Hunter Safari is going to be here.
Will it be plugged in?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it will be. I think you guys are really going to like this. And maybe, just maybe, once we get this looking a little more like a studio, we can get Todd to do a little more in the way of filming. As you saw, he had a lot of fun with the Are You Garbage guys. And if you haven't had a chance to look at it, subscribe for a month, check it out. It's way cool. I mean, they did a really, really nice job.
Unbelievable. Yeah, he and Tammy were really insightful, had good stories. And the chemistry in the room was fantastic. We'll have a lot of fun. There were a lot of laughs in there as well. But back to what Chuck was saying about the conversion here, it's really going to give you an opportunity to try before you buy. It's going to be a real showroom. Come and sit down, have a glass of water, a cup of coffee, kick the tires, try the games, and everything new will be on display here, and you'll have an opportunity to give it a good play.
So let me go through the chat a little bit. Mark Mueller asks, what smells worse, Todd's teeth or his toe? I got to be honest, Mark, I never smelled his toe, so I don't know about that. Let's see here. Tony Darkstar wants to know, is there any key lime pie left? You know what? I'm going to go take a look real quick. I suspect the answer is no.
By the way, just to give you the backstory, our friend Tony Darkstar was here yesterday, and he was bearing gifts. Not only did he bring a pinball machine and a Bluetooth speaker, and by the way, we were talking about the best offer sale. He brought another candy machine. 3 machines on one pedestal. Unbelievable. But he brought dessert, and here it is. Oh, there's 1 piece left. We could probably put that in the blender and give that to Todd as a drink.
Todd, do you want me to save this for you, by the way? I can definitely save this for you.
Key lime pie shake.
Todd is pointing out in the chat that if you subscribe, there are 2 older TNT podcasts with the Garbage Guys, and you can hear and download them all. When I left last night and there was 1 piece left in the fridge, there it is. Yes, I got it, Todd. There it is. Let me know if you want me to save it for you. Stringer Films, I'm with you. Damn, now I want some key lime pie.
Why don't we ship it to him? We have his address
We
here.
could. We absolutely could.
And I have that piece of plastic that you requested like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I've been carrying around in my car. We could probably start making a matte Stringer Films shelf.
Pinheads and Monkey Wrenches points out snuff films, just like the old days, huh, Chuck? No comment. No comment, Pinheads. Biff points out that Tony is the candy man. I agree, and if you say his name 3 times while looking in the mirror, he will appear behind you.
Whoa.
Scott, Ryan613 wants to know, do you have any old side art panels because you could cover that wall in them?
That's actually a great idea, and I have actually 1 piece of side art in my house. It's the front decal from James Bond 60th Anniversary Limited Edition, the new Stern pinball, the machine that was new last year from Stern. It's not a bad idea. That would make a pinball theme, but I will tell you, with all the back boxes that are going to be up and around that wall, we may not get a good view. Maybe we'll throw it up on the ceiling.
Our friend Chris Hess is here. Wonderful to see you,
excellent.
Chris. Todd points out he can only... Oh, Chris, come on. $10 in the super chat.
Whoa, hopefully Todd left. The truth is going to hurt a little bit. Go ahead, Chuck.
A team here tonight. Appreciate it. Todd points out he can only eat the key lime part. He can't chew on anything for months.
Chuck, I'm sorry. I need to step in and correct you. A team is here tonight.
Oh, the A team is here. I love it when a plan comes together.
Exactly. The 2 Fonzes, right?
Stringer Films points out that just wait another week and you should be able to finish off that pie with a straw. I absolutely agree there. Todd, you can probably eat a loaf of bread. Get him a loaf of bread. Lenny, I've seen Todd eat bread. He can eat much more than a loaf. And as a matter of fact, if you've seen his t-shirts, you know that to be the case.
Very true.
Todd says he can put things so he can slide them down his mouth. And Drazier, you are correct. Scott, could you give us a little Mr. T? Come on.
He put in the chat.
Come on.
Chuck, I can't pity the fool at that time. Come on, you do it. Go ahead. Maybe if Drazier was a little bit more inspiring or persuasive.
Paul, I promised T.A. Krasky I would not sing tonight, and I'm a man of my word. Instant mashed potatoes and ice cream from our friend T.A., absolutely. Going to be a run on pureed pork and beans, no doubt about that one.
That sounds delicious.
If gout wasn't an issue, I once survived a month strictly on Guinness. So, Stringer, I think that's amazing. If you've ever watched the documentary on Billy Idol, you will know that Billy Idol actually was on a diet for a while where he ate nothing but strawberry ice cream and drank Guinness. And he actually lost about 15 pounds. So,
really?
Yeah.
Subway needs to give him a call.
Yes. Todd says he's going to starve. Somehow I doubt that. Todd, your beautiful wife, who was texting me earlier today, and thank you, Pam. I know she never watches, but I'm going to publicly thank Pam. She was texting me the moment you got out of surgery today, letting me know you were okay, thanking me and Scott for everything we do for you and making sure that we knew you were okay. So your beautiful wife is amazing, Todd. Absolutely amazing.
Tucky teamwork.
Stringer Films points out he lost a lot of weight and a ton of girlfriends. Was it really a ton, Matt? Because I don't see you as being a chubby chaser, but I could be wrong. Listen, you know, to each their own. Scott, any comment on that?
No, I'm just sitting here thinking that I can't say anything about that now that everyone always talked about gaining the COVID-19, and I know the pandemic is over, but I feel like I weigh a quarantine ton. I need to get back out there and get out of the chair at some point.
All right, well, Galaxian's pointing out that Todd's eating the pudding pops. Yes, and hopefully, Galaxian, they're just like the ones that Bill Cosby would reach out with.
Yeah, they're unbelievable. But anyway, so tonight Chuck is going to put that back in the fridge, by the way, and maybe we'll show you the fridge just for
Oh, hell no, I'm going to eat that in a few
Oh,
minutes.
Chuck said he's going to eat that in a few minutes. So, actually, I say that like he's not on mic right now. But so Todd is away. We have him in the chat, but really he has relinquished some control to Chuck and me for this evening. What can we do for you? What would you guys like to hear? What do you want to discuss? What's going on? Anybody have a story they want to add in the chat, or something they want to hear from us on, or an opinion? Any of the there was new Deadpool code released this week. ABBA production is happening, and TA is telling me that my volume is not loud enough. So I'll see if I can't make that any better, but we'll give it a try.
Stringer Film
I think
says
I turned
eat
it
it
up a
on
little
camera or it never happened. And Todd says show them the games that came in. Todd, we're getting there. We will get there, okay? As a matter of fact, we'll break up the OBS in just a second, but go on.
Who's TNT Amusements, Inc.? I'm going to block that.
You
person.
should. You should block that individual.
Who is
Absolutely.
that? All right, so I guess Chuck is going to eat that on the camera. By the way,
Oh,
TA,
hell yes, I
How
am.
am I now? Do you hear me any better, or am I too loud? I feel like I'm blasting everybody out here. By the way, the potty type counter now is at 1 for TA, who just put the A word in chat. But you're saying you saw the new Deadpool Wolverine movie? I saw it as well. I thought fantastic action, great violence, extreme language. I wish I had the official TA potty counter from that movie. The story was so-so. The cameos were fantastic. After Chuck eats this pie, TA, or actually while Chuck is eating this pie, why don't you tell us what you think about it? Maybe throw a couple comments in there.
Tia Kasky, we've played with the level of the mics, and actually it's difficult to get a good level. I try to be a little lower when I talk. I tend to be a little louder than everybody else, and I wound up with a level that's really high. And it's really terrible because when I watch the replays, which I don't do very often, by the way, I'm like, geez, why am I so loud?
See, now I have Stringer Films telling me my mic isn't on at all. Check, check, check. I seem to be modulating here, though. Check.
Now,
check 1, check 2. I don't know if this is stone busting or my mic is now deceased.
Todd says the sound is good. And by the way, as a last hurrah, if you will, if you're watching the chat, Todd and Tammy went out to see the new Trapped movie last night. That's the M. Night Shyamalan movie. And absolutely loved it. And he got to eat some popcorn with his old teeth before they yanked them out and threw them in the dumpster.
Oh. We have looks like we got a lot of thumbs up. Maybe anyone else that saw Deadpool and Wolverine, maybe drop a 1 in the chat. Maybe drop a 10 in the chat for that matter if you thought it was that good. Maybe throw your rating in there. 1 to 10, we got a 7.3 from Tony Darkstar. But I thought it was overall entertaining. By the way, we got another super chat from Stringer Films. $2. It's happening. The key like pie is being consumed.
It's just like pie.
I thought it was just like a key.
There's nothing I like better than cream pie.
There we go. Oh, Tia Kasky says 10 out of 10. By the way, Chuck, while you were gone, TA typed a word that was moderately profane into the chat. So the potty type counter for
Really?
him is 1. Yep. Type the A word. It rhymes with class or glass or pass or crass.
Is that really a potty mouth? I mean, really?
Well, I don't know. I feel like he is in charge of policing everyone's language. So for him, I thought that was a little bit extreme.
Phil, I see you in the chat. Hello, my friend. How is Mom doing?
Well, Phil's
I
here.
hope
Good
she's
evening,
doing
Phil.
well.
And Mark Mueller says 7 on the movie. Too many jokes. Interesting.
What?
What did everybody think of the cameos that saw it? And we don't want to spoil too much for anyone that has not seen it, but without saying the people that played the parts or the roles that caused those cameos, what did you think about the appearances?
I don't know what you think about that, but Stringer Films is 100% correct. Read his most recent comment.
Well, quick trivia. Cream pie is the official dessert of Bangkok. What's interesting, by the way, is he said it's the official desert of Bangkok.
That's okay. T.A. Kasky said he loved the cameos. And
Yeah.
yes, I ate all the pie.
Delicious. Yeah, I thought, by the way, good call on too many jokes. There were quite a few jokes. I enjoy the humor in that movie. The cameos were unbelievable. I thought the action was good, and certainly always good to see Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine, especially after thinking that would never happen after Logan, which was also a good movie, by the way, for anybody that may have seen that previously.
Which was?
Logan.
Oh, yeah, good movie. Yeah, definitely.
But I thought that was it with Hugh Jackman. And Todd, by the way, wants everyone to remember that one night in Bangkok makes a hard man humble. Unless you're Stringer Films. Nothing can humble that gentleman.
You know, Ryan 613 makes a good point. Everyone goes to Nifty 50s tonight to get some ice cream for Todd. We might actually do that.
Really?
We might pour one out in our homie's honor.
That would be
Because,
unbelievable.
you know, that would definitely give us a little street cred.
All right. Fair enough.
Most definitely.
Just when I thought I'd go to bed early, I guess I'll pour out a little liquor.
Stringer Films wants to know, was there any nudity? Do you mean in the Deadpool movie or here at TNT? Because there was definitely some at TNT. I won't say who or when, but what can I tell you?
Stringer, I would say that there was definitely some in the first Deadpool movie. I don't believe there was any in the second, and probably not in the third.
Ryan 613 points out one night in Bangkok also makes Todd lose his teeth. And Ken G, when do you expect this new studio to be completed? I would say probably in the next week. There's a lot of stuff to be done. We want to paint the paneling, like I said, a lighter color. The carpeting's still in good shape. There's some things to be done, but I would say probably this time next week we should be in really good shape, or at least have all the pinball machines in and everything squared away. Excuse me, Todd has talked about maybe putting some rope lighting in here, and we're talking about doing some more cameras and some other stuff. But the basics, I think, would be done in about a week.
We're going to step it up here. And by the way, I don't know how much Stringer Films has been asking, but he's been threatening to come visit now for over a year. So maybe by the time he gets there, which he said before the end of the summer, which is rapidly approaching, by the way, we'll have made some progress. And with his expertise and experience, he can help us fine-tune some things.
So to jump ahead for a second, and then we'll go in the back and we'll look around for a little bit. Todd is not going to be here next Friday either, right? He's got a show to go to.
That's
One
correct,
of his
yes.
beautiful daughters is going to be in a show.
One of several.
Look at the comment from Pinheads and Monkey Wrenches. We need to do a production like a game show or the match
What?
game.
Wait a minute.
Now, I gotta be completely honest. Before this broadcast, okay, Scott and I were over at Maggio's having dinner, and we were talking about what it is that we should do going forward, and we had that exact idea to do something along the lines of a game show. Maybe it's a match game, maybe it's Family Feud, maybe it's Wheel of Tucky. We talked about a bunch of things. Next Friday night, we're gonna have some fun for you. Trust me, we're going to be here and we're going to have some fun. We don't know what it's like, but Pinheads, we absolutely talked about doing something along the lines of a game show.
It's almost like Pinheads was listening to our conversation at dinner. So with that said, by the way, how does everybody feel about maybe playing some games next week, and we'll involve everybody in the chat, and hopefully Todd's not listening, but maybe we'll have some prizes for you as well.
Tony Darkstar points out that Mamma Mia is next week, and that is freaking awesome. And that is Terry Tucky.
Our favorite Terracins
Our
will be
beautiful
the lead.
Terracins starts next week, and then the week after that is Tammy in SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, oddly shaped
Yeah, that's
Pantalones.
right.
They will both, by the way, be putting their acting chops on display for everybody, and their vocal range. All the Tuckies, by the way, have incredible voices. We've all heard Todd sing as well. What a fantastic voice he has.
So Lenny points out, did I say Wheel of Puppies? No, but I'm intrigued. Todd points out in the chat, family comes first, and I will be at their shows. And absolutely, I mean, God bless Terry, God bless Tammy. I mean, they to have the acting bug, to be able to get up and do that, they're amazing. And as much as we kid on here and we break Todd's stones and have a lot of fun with him, the fact of the matter is his family comes first. He loves every member of his family, and he could not possibly support them enough. So. And by the way, Tammy's show was still going on as we went live, so if anybody was so inclined, you could jump over there and pay attention to what we're doing, keep one eye on her, one eye on us, and go from there.
Give her a thumbs up. And by the way, now I'm thinking about Wheel of Puppies. What a game. Or maybe we can do Puppy Jeopardy. You know, I'll take poodles for 500.
We could.
And then we could do a callback and see if anyone, for that 500 remembers my poodle's name and when you wished him a happy birthday in February. That'd be a good callback.
So we're getting a couple of questions in the chat. First off, where's the pin crawler? We actually might be able to show it to you. We actually know where it is.
Oh, I see it here.
Mark Miller points out, or asks rather, can we play Guess Todd's Weight? We could, but you know it would be a lot more fun, Mark, if we played Guess Todd's Weight in a couple of weeks. Because after being able to only eat pureed food and milkshakes and whatever other stuff he can pour down his gullet, I'll be curious to see what Todd's weight is. Because we all kind of know, if you've been paying attention, he's been on the scale next door, so we kind of know what his weight happens to be. Stringer Films, I have a game show. You guys call a random number from Todd's Rolodex. Ooh, I like that.
That's not a bad game either.
Chris Hess points out, Chuck and Scott alone, rock bottom bargain basement deals. There's absolutely a possibility, Chris, that we will absolutely do that, but don't say anything to Todd.
Chris, call us at the shop as soon as the show is over.
How about guess the weight of Todd's teeth? I don't know. They've got holes and they're kind of hollow.
Yeah, we
maybe.
Weighed before and after.
Now, maybe we could put little dots on Todd's teeth and roll them like bones.
That would be interesting.
All right.
I like it. By the way, Tony Darkstar says in the chat he has personally weighed Todd in the warehouse. That's a life experience right there that you will cherish forever.
Okay, look at Todd's last comment. I do have Jim Biden's number, Joe's brother. He bought games from us. How much fun would it be for us to call Jim Biden? Todd, giving us ideas is a terrible, I repeat, terrible idea.
I don't even know what to say about that one.
Name that arcade pin tune. I like it, Tony. We're going to try and have some fun next Friday night. In all seriousness, we thought about doing something a little different. We know you guys love Todd, and of course we do too. And we wish he could be here with us tonight. And it's great to hear that he was on the phone, and he's in good spirits, and he's feeling well. And I think getting his teeth tomorrow is going to be great. But we want to have a little fun next Friday night. And Scott and I talked about maybe there is a game show here. Maybe we can give away a few prizes. Maybe we could have some fun. So next Friday night, we'll do something. If you guys have some thoughts or some ideas, throw them in the chat because we're kind of wide open at this point, and we want to see where this goes.
And these are going to be real prizes, by the way. It's not from Todd's junk pile. It's not from Phil's shelf. I mean, these are going to be legit prizes. These will be things that you'll enjoy.
Wait, what does Todd say in the chat? He was buffing Tony, by the way? Huh, look at that.
Wow.
He said my Tony was getting a buff, by the way. He was buffing Tony? Tony, is this true?
I don't know what he and Tony are doing when I'm not here.
Was he just kind of, shammying you, the Rochambeau? I was just kind of curious about that.
Are they watching South Park? That's hey,
how about
whatever they do in their time, right?
Pinheads asks, how about game divorce court with Judge Kurt? Mark, yeah, could Todd please fix all the broken games that, really? Like Batman 66 and Led Zeppelin. We ought to send Kurt over there. He could straighten that shite right out.
Wow, Mark, I'm sad to hear that about Batman 66. I love that game. And by the way, our friend Chris Franchi, who's not here tonight, did the artwork masterfully for that game.
Most definitely. Ryan613, he was buffing Tony with some pinball playfield wax. Speaking of pinball playfields, you know what? We need to go in the back. Let's go look around. Come on, go to the OBS. Let's go look around.
This is one of those situations, guys, where you're going to wish us luck here. I'm going to actually try and change this to the camera. And let's see. I don't know if this is going to work, but I can just picture. I hear Todd in my head shouting directions. But let's try this, shall we?
Sure.
Right. Did it work? Wait,
did it work?
I don't know. Let's.
I don't know.
Wait.
What does my shirt say?
I think it did work.
All right. Let's go.
Oh, wait. I wonder if we have audio. Can anyone? I guess we'll see if we can figure out the chat.
Here, why don't you give me this?
Do we have audio?
I'll carry this bad boy around.
I'll keep an eye on the chat to determine whether we have audio.
So just in case you were wondering, I mean, here's kind of where we are. I'm going to give you a slightly different perspective We still have a long ways to go as far as what we're doing here, but ultimately this is all going to be cleared out. We're going to get rid of the pinball glass. We're going to repaint the paneling, as I mentioned earlier, and this is going to be the showroom of showrooms, which will double as a studio, but shh, don't tell anybody that. Let's see here. There's the Big Buck Safari. You've seen that a million times, but you'll actually get to see it plugged in and playable. And if you come here to TNT, you'll be able to play it.
And it'll be on free play, too.
Michelle, would you like to say hello?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Michelle. As I said earlier, she's been working or took us off this evening, and Todd owes her not only a huge thank you, but a giant raise, so we're going to put in a good word for her.
Chuck, come on, you need more and took us.
Listen, you know what? I can only fake it until I make it.
Fair enough. By the way, Ryan613 had a good idea. We should reach out to our friend Chris Franchi to paint the walls.
Ooh.
Could you imagine that?
A fine idea.
It probably doesn't exist anywhere.
Probably not. Do you think there's enough space on the wall for him to do a mural of Todd, Nichols, Tucky?
That would be unbelievable, and 100% there is.
You think?
Worst case, he should, or least case, he should put Todd's head up there, like he designed on the shirt.
I like this idea.
This would be incredible.
I like this.
Good call, Ryan.
So just kind of walking back here, I mean, you've seen all this, the Bad Girls, the Addams Family, the Black Hole, which, by the way, if you saw this the other night, had red lights around the back glass. I stole that idea and took some red lights home to do mine that way. Spectrum, which you saw.
Hey, by the way, Chuck, our friend Chris Hess, since he was just here a few weeks ago, had a funny comment. Lol, playfield up on Adams. It's never leaving. Yeah. This is what they said was done.
Trust me. When this thing moves, and you heard me make the comment previously, it's going to be like when they took a picture down on Good Times. You're going to see all the dirt around it, all the change in the color of the concrete and the wall.
We had to use Roundup to get the legs to come off the floor. We should, by the way, Chuck, show everybody how beautiful the cabinet came out on.
Oh, it is. It's absolutely gorgeous.
This thing
it's
is
absolutely gorgeous. You know, Chris, I thought mine looked good. Yours looks amazing. You know, I gotta be honest. It's so much better than mine. I am absolutely jealous. Spectrum, we've talked a little bit about.
Unbelievable. Just all the color on there is tremendous.
Can't wait to get it home. Can't wait to get it home.
Is it going to be next to Gorf?
No. You want to know where Gorf is? Gorf's in my dining room. Here's the back glass. You guys didn't get a chance to see this the other night. Here's the back glass, the 3D back glass, for Gottlieb's Mars God of War. Mark, I don't think you're in the chat tonight, but Mark, if you happen to see this video, this thing is stunning. I mean, really looks fabulous. The play field looks incredible. The lights, just overall, just absolutely
did an unbelievable job. Really
fabulous.
Well done on the LED illumination.
Really does look good. I'm going to drop down and give you a little shot of the cabinet
the fire
here.
buttons too, by the way.
Look at how clean this thing is inside. I mean, it really is nice. Mark, you got a good one. So this is awesome. And hey, look at the drop targets. Very nice.
Actually, I hear the sound too.
Yes, you can. Right.
There's a lot of background noise.
Exactly correct. Okay, so the Foo Fighters Pro just came in. Wink was here a little bit earlier. You can see this came directly from Automated Services. This one is going out, right?
Yes, that one I think is going out tomorrow.
Yes.
Foo Fighters Pro.
That one is going out.
Great game.
We got this pile of shite here. We're just going to skip right over that. Willy Wonka is in play. Certainly being worked on currently. You can see this is limited edition 196. And Space Shuttle is also going out. Don't lean on Space Shuttle.
I can't believe this is here. I've been looking at this machine for months. I mean, this thing looks like it could have been home use only for this thing's nearly 40 years old, or actually it may be 40 years old. But what a gorgeous machine. And by the way, this machine designed by our favorite, Barry O.
Barry O, it is.
Designed the goat of the Pinball trilogy.
Yeah, whatever.
Jackpot.
Whatever. Arctic Thunder. Let's see what's outside. Can we go outside? I guess we can go outside. We could try. Let's see what's out here. All right. We'll give it a shot. We'll go outside for a little bit. It's probably, I don't know, 78 degrees. You can see there is, we're still on, skee ball, which is yours for the taking. literally come over and coming. Ooh, yeah, I did. Look at that. Look at that. Very cool. And if you're looking for a bug bash, could not find a better one. There it is. It's hanging out. It's waiting for you. It is looking for you to give it a new home before it disappears. And
team here, look at, we got the truck going automated, and by the way, Chuck, we'll have to walk around the truck here, but we'll have a quick conversation with our friend Walt as well. Everyone wants to know.
let's do it.
All right, let's go get him.
As we go around the truck. Do you think they're phoning it in? 10? Yeah, these guys, I mean, you can't even, I don't even want to joke about how hard these guys work. Tables.
Thank you.
Todd.
Thank you for giving me.
These guys have been here for what? They literally have not stopped working the entire time. Well, I hope it's going to be an easy one for you. For the night? Is that it? Oh, thank goodness. What time are you going to be back? What time are you going to be back?
12:31.
Wow, man. You don't have to work tomorrow, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Just ask.
Oh. Shoot. Yeah, Kurt, he works almost as hard as Todd does.
Todd, hopefully these are the kind of people we need working here in Southampton.
Hell yes.
Where are our guys? Where is everybody?
They'll be in at noon.
Ish. All right, gents. Well, listen, best wishes. Thank you for everything. Be safe getting back, all right?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No, absolutely. We appreciate you. You guys are freaking awesome.
Trying to show it.
Of course.
Oh, there.
Oh, yes. Everyone who wants to criticize my parking job, you're absolutely positively right. Sometimes I'm a jerk.
TA said the bad parking counter is at 1.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. It's probably at 5. Oh, goodness. We saw the cruising the other day, by the way, that came in. Very cool. The golden tee that's in the back there. What is that? Oh, it's Crapbot. Crapbot's making noise. Great. Wonderful.
There's Adam's family.
Adam's family is here and always will be here. You can see, by the way, that the hard-working staff at TNT is hard at work.
By the way, TA says sound back about time, so we'll have to figure out at what point we're not broadcasting with audio.
Now, if Craig were here, this is where he'd be sitting.
Craig!
If Frank were here, this is where he'd be sitting.
Todd's Frank.
If Overstock were, oh yeah, it is here, never mind.
Oh, look at that. There we go. We need that. That's beautiful penmanship as well.
Absolutely.
Do we have any
definitely.
Pac-Man cap kits? That's what I want to know.
I don't know if we have any Pac-Man cap kits, but we certainly have Mega Touch cap kits. And if I look real close, I bet I can find some Pac-Man cap kits.
Oh, there we go. Okay. All right,
So,
good.
this thing is awesome. You can't work without this. Look at this. Look, it almost holds everything in it. Not really.
That's amazing. That looks like a speaker from an old pinball
It
machine.
probably is, as a
What
matter
a
of
great
fact.
repurposing of that metal.
Oh, goodness.
All right.
So as you can see, we've been moving a lot of stuff around. There's the monitors, there's the arms for the monitors. If you kind of swing around here, you can see Michelle's shipping area is coming into play. We've moved all the films onto these racks here. These will be up for sale sometime soon. There's some other cool stuff up here that we'll get to eventually, but primarily we're looking at all the films here. You can see all this great stuff going on. What's in the Air Jordan box?
Remember we opened that before. On
You know what?
stream, didn't we?
Maybe we'll show next Friday. Maybe. I mean, we'll
Maybe
take.
that'll be a trivia question.
Maybe. What's in the Air Jordan box? And you can see lots and lots of stuff, a go-go, as Todd would say. Some of this stuff is going to wind up in the next best offer sale.
Our friend Wheeze34 would like to see if we have any PCBs. Do we have any over here?
I'm sure that we do. I have no doubt that we do. Wheeze, stay tuned. We're going through everything. We've just started piling some stuff up. This thing is very cool. We'll talk about that sometime soon.
By the way, it's on theme for today because that's a Bluetooth speaker.
Ooh.
How about that?
Good point.
Yeah,
I was going to go with the
that's on
whole
brand.
beer motif and say, you guys have seen this, but we'll talk a little bit about this some more. And look at this. Look at this. You too could have a tri-candy machine in your house. You know why they call it a tri-candy machine?
Because if you put a quarter in, you can try whatever's in there.
I was going to say because if you put Todd in front of it, he'll try all the candy.
Oh, okay. That
But
was
not,
close.
but not with his missing teeth now.
Correct, correct. So he'll need things that will melt.
Coffee.
Coffee?
Yes.
Coffee? Am I allowed to open the coffee?
I don't know. Let's
Yes, you are.
in case
I am?
someone's
Oh.
someone's personal address might be on there.
All right. So
wanna
let's
be careful. But
let's go back to the desk cam.
Yeah.
Can we go
okay.
back to the desk cam?
we can absolutely try. This is going to be incredible. All right, we're going to try and go back to the desk cam. Here we go.
You know, I've noticed.
I think we're back.
I've noticed that Todd's not the only one who's. Never mind. Anyway, go on, Scott. Why don't you talk to the folks
Chuck,
for a moment
I
or
think we
two?
just went off the air because I was about to take a hit there. I can't even imagine what was happening. But all right, well, we're back at the desk. Hopefully this is working. Can I get a couple ones in the chat, please, if you can actually hear me?
One.
Anybody?
One.
Oh, thank you. Okay, good. We're getting some ones.
I can actually hear you.
Anyway, it sounds like we may have lost. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. It seems like we may have lost you when we went outside. We had an audio issue. Apologize for that, but we're talking to Wink. He and some of the team from Automated Services were here. And by the way, it's 10 p.m. and they're still here. They're working hard. They've been at it all day, and they have a 3-hour ride back to Connecticut. So these guys are really hustling. Those are the kind of people you want to have on your team, by the way.
Yeah, they've been here for probably an hour, maybe a little more. And when I say those guys are sweating their stones off, they are. They are working so hard. You could see. And Curdy, by the way, is working so hard. They all deserve a huge thank you. And you know what else they deserve? They deserve a cup of coffee. And if they come back tomorrow, we'll give them a good cup of coffee because Hudson Gaylord of Chesapeake, Virginia, thank you, Hudson, if you're watching tonight, sent us something that looks fabulous. Ooh, actually smells pretty good. Scott, hold that for a second.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh.
Beautiful paper.
He sent us some Valhalla vanilla ground coffee
Whoa, that
from
sounds
Pale
pretty good.
Horse Coffee. Pale Horse Coffee, when you feel like death. Pale Horse Coffee is at 1296 Battlefield Boulevard South, Suite 104 in Chesapeake, Virginia. This looks fabulous. Let me see if I can smell it.
It sounds like an IPA of coffee.
Ooh, smells really, really good. Todd, you're going to enjoy that. There's some more packing material in here, but more importantly, I've got the note.
Oh,
I could do a little Kreskin, but I really can't do that. For those of you who are old, you know what I'm talking about. The note says, "Hey Todd, thanks for all the fantastic videos you've made over the years. Hope you and Frank and the boys," I think we're the boys,
all right,
"enjoy this local coffee here in Virginia. Pale Horse makes amazing blends. Keep on flipping. Hudson, P.S. Nuck, nuck, nuck." Thank you, Hudson. That's awesome.
Chuck, I thought you were going to do Karnak and say money, teeth, and skinny jeans.
Yeah. A fat guy, some missing teeth, and yes.
Well, anyway, I think for the mercy of everybody here tonight, we're probably going to give them an opportunity to go packing. But all things considered, we did have a little bit of an audio snafu when we walked outside, by the way. That wasn't even opening night jitters. We just learned along the way. Thank you. That was a good plug, by the way. And thank you, Henri, for opening the show tonight with that ad, which was fantastic. I really enjoyed that. That was excellent marketing. But I want to thank everybody for playing along tonight and joining Chuck and me on this journey. And we're going to do something fun next week. We're going to sit down. We're going to plan. We didn't know this was happening, by the way, really until a day or so ago.
A day or so? We didn't know this was happening until about 2 hours before it happened. Okay, let's be completely honest. Scott and I talked about doing this tonight. We kind of threw around on the idea of doing it. We talked about it and said, you know what, we're going to promote this. We'll get it going next week. And Todd said, oh, I already promoted you to be on the show tonight. So you know what, for the good of the TNT family, because we love you guys. No kidding. We really do love you guys. We wanted to be here tonight. We wanted to kick this thing off. And next week, we're going to have some surprises for you. We'll have some fun. We can't replace Todd. I mean, we're so glad that he's doing well tonight. We're so glad that his surgery went well. And hopefully everyone will see him tomorrow. If he comes in, we're going to try and maybe do a little live just to kind of kick things off and let him know how he's doing. But honestly, we can't appreciate you guys enough. We can't appreciate Todd enough and his family for letting us do this. And we wish you nothing but the best.
Yeah, you guys were really great. And we're going to say goodbye and we'll meet again, but I'm not even sure that we understand how to end the stream. Kurt, you want to say good night to everybody? Sure. They couldn't hear
Come
you
on in,
outside.
Kurt.
No audio. By the way, here he is, Kurt. Fill up the chat with Kurt.
Look how much Kurt is sweating his tail off.
Wait, that's not true. Kurt has actually done his hair like Wolverine because he's going to go see the movie tonight.
There you go.
Set up.
For you.
That is Logan. Thank you so much, Kurt. Kurt's been working really hard as well, but anyway. We're going to say goodbye, and we'll meet again, and every other catchphrase you can imagine that involves our departure. Whether we actually depart correctly, it remains to be seen. But I'm going to click the button here that says ending, but I'm going to wait 1 minute first.
We got to wait 1 second. Tell all the people that living is good. Good night, TNT fam.
It is indeed. Good night.
Good night.
Now get out!
We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you.